show that you are doing. It's an interactive show. Here we get to learn a lot from each other, and when you cover diverse personalities over a period of time, you are learning a lot and giving back a lot, teaching a lot to people. So that helps your viewers and audience. So yeah, that's one very good thing about this show. It's very unique, and when you do uh, as a child once does it, yes, then people start accepting and adopting those things better, much more.
Hello, my friends. I welcome you to another episode of Aditya Talks. And today we are going to talk to a special person, and he's my mentor, Mr. Harsh Chaudhary. And he's a person who is he's very good at communication skills, and he has like a mastery over etiquettes and all that. So he's going to tell us how we can be perfect at these two things today. So I welcome you to the show, Mr. Harsh.
Thank you, Aditya. It's wonderful interacting with you. I look forward for a great time with you.
Sir, it is my honor to welcome you to on my you on my show, Aditya Talks. You're like my guru who has helped me in improving my skills, and you have created an environment where like children can flourish and excel. There are so many things to learn from you, and I am really excited to discuss them with you. So, how are you, Harsh, sir?
I am absolutely fine, Aditya, and very humbled with your praise.
Okay. Great to hear that, sir. Now, can you please tell us about your story or like from your childhood to now? I wish to hear about your journey.
Okay, so Aditya, I was born in a small village in Rajasthan, and my father was in Reserve Bank of India, and I started my initial school in Jaipur, Rajasthan, and then since my father was in a transferable job, so I got a chance to move to different cities along with him.
Yes.
So we went to Calcutta for 6 years, then we were in Nagpur for 8 years, and then we were in Bhopal for 6 years. So along with my father, I kept traveling across the length and breadth of the country. So when we say
Yes.
that India is known for its unity and diversity, believe me, I have literally witnessed it. I did my 10th, 12th, and graduation from Nagpur University, and then when my father was in Bhopal, I got a chance to join the India's number one company, Reliance Industries. I joined Reliance in 2001. In Reliance also, I served at various locations like their plant in Mumbai, Patalganga, Surat, Jamnagar, and since the last 15 years, I've been in Mumbai. In Mumbai also, I have worked at various locations of Reliance, and currently I'm heading the security and business continuity function of a hospital of Reliance, which is known as the HN Hospital at Girgaum. Uh, I am a very passionate person as far as speaking is concerned. I love traveling. I love reading, and I am a mentor to Gavel Club, where we have around 45 young children who are learning public speaking over there. So it's a club which belongs to the children. It's a club of the children, by the children, for the children, and there they learn public speaking and future skills. And for the benefit of audience, let me tell you, I met you over there for the first time, and that's how we came to know each other. And it's a place where I get motivation, energy, uh, uh, the josh that children have. That's very motivating to me, and I love
Yes.
giving back to society by interacting with children over there. So
Yes,
that's
sir.
about me.
So that was very interesting. Now, see, you have a diverse life. You traveled over so many cities. Now, what are the values you cherish from your life, and why?
So, Aditya, when we all are a sum total of the experience, people, places, and the situations that we have gone through. And throughout my life, I have seen that we become what we have traveled through our life. It's often said that you are some total of five people with whom you choose to spend your life. And having said all those things, the values that I cherish in my life are, say, first of all, I constantly engage myself in learning new things. So I keep learning new things. I believe that we should keep acquiring new skills, new knowledge, and new know-how, because that's how we remain young. That's how we became relevant. Second thing, the value that I cherish is the experimenting. So let's not shy away from experimenting new things, doing new things, trying new food, right? Trying new places, meeting new people, experiment. So we must
Yeah.
experiment, because till the time we don't experiment, we don't know what will work for us. Otherwise, we'll always think that this will work for me, but why this will work for you? For example, if I'm going to my office, I'll try and locate different routes to office. So experiment helps me learn new things, get a better perspective about overall situation. And lastly
Yes.
is the execution. So I believe a lot in executing. So we all have got a lot of knowledge, but till the time we don't execute that knowledge, it's of no use. So knowledge in books or in our mind or in our body itself has got no value till the time we execute it on ground. So I believe a lot in, firstly, learning, secondly experimenting, and thirdly executing things. So this is how I take my life circle. So learning new things, experimenting, and then executing. So that's how I try to move ahead in life.
Yes, sir.
That's my mantra.
That should be like that should be an ideal thing for every person, like who is viewing this. And well, thank you for sharing us the knowledge. And well, now what I have noticed is that communication skill has been an integral part of your life. And well, now like for our viewers, please convince our viewers that how communication skill is like the best skill for the future.
So let me tell you, and I think you will agree with me, and no one will have any doubt when I say that communication is the number one skill that's required in today's life. Uh, See, I'll give you an analogy. Like when my father was of my age, he was not required to do public speaking at that time, because in those days we were not having PPTs, or we were not having that much interaction, right? When I was and when I started my career around 10 years ago, at that time also communication was not that much required. But with each passing day, I see that communication is becoming more and more important. There is not a single day in my life today when I'm not required to speak to my team, my colleagues, the people, my customers. So each and every day we are interacting with all these people, and these interactions, this increased interaction, calls for increased and better skill called public speaking. So if we are good at public speaking, we will be good at interacting. We will be good at performing in our office. We'll be able to deliver better results. So public
Yes.
speaking is definitely the number one skill. So no matter how good you are in studies, no matter how good you are in marks, but if till the time you can't communicate well, I think you won't be able to make an impression.
Yeah.
So in order to make an impression, you need to speak out, you need to make a pitch, and you need to build up a narrative. For that, you need communication skills. So communication skill is number one.
Yes. Yeah, actually, you don't need anything if you know how to communicate. I read a book called How to Influence and like Will People and How to Make Friends. So that's a book like which tells that there was a person who knew nothing. He was like a failure in school, college, and he knew how to do like nothing. He just like knew how to communicate, and like he went into sales, and then he became like one of the richest people in the world. In like, this is a book like from the 1920s, so it's a very old book, but it is a bible for like people, like many people these days also. So communication skill is like, of course,
Still
one of the number one skill. Yeah, sir, what were you saying?
true, and that book is still the bestseller since last so many decades. So
Yeah.
that since the very fact that book is a bestseller itself says that the communication is in a lot of demand, and people are want. It's a wishful thinking for people that they want to become better communicators,
Yeah,
and that's why they are buying this book. That's why they are getting benefited after reading this book. So
yeah,
definitely true.
yeah. And after that, like people management skill comes, and it is communication only. Nothing is like people management skill. If you know how to communicate properly, then you can do anything. So that's my belief. Now, sir,
True.
clarity or concise, which is the most important in communication, sir?
Okay.
Clarity or concise?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So clarity or concise. So I would always say that both of them are equally important at their own place and at their own time. Uh, you should have clarity, and at the same time, you should be concise also. So both of them are equally important. Uh, but having said that these two things are important, I would like to add on to the third thing also, and that is the simplicity. So clarity, conciseness, and simplicity, these three are the buzzwords if you want to make an impression in public speaking. Uh, because the simplicity is the ultimate complexity nowadays and sophistication. So to speak out things in a simpler way is still the hardest and toughest challenge for people.
yeah,
So I would say that focus on simplicity too. While you are focusing on clarity, conciseness, focus on simplicity also. Many times we know lot many things, but we can't tell them in simple language. That's a big challenge. So that's how if you are a good public speaker, if you are good at communication, you will be able to speak out better. So clarity, conciseness, and simplicity. These three are the buzzwords.
yeah, yeah. I agree on that. So the you said simplicity is important, and of course, the it is important not only in communication. Many like it is important elsewhere also. When you make a product, like when you are a founder or something like that, you make a product. It has to be simple. If it is complicated, then people will not understand. So simplicity is the
Very true.
most
Very true.
important thing in everything.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
yeah. Now that was interesting actually. So part of your life you have taught like many children also and people about the art of communication. So how should people develop this and progress like communication, like progress in communication, as like most people fail to express their ideas and articulate?
Okay. Very nice. Okay. So let me tell you, each and every one of us can become a good speaker, right? Uh,
Yeah,
but still, people are not good speakers. So, what is the issue among these people? So, many people struggle a lot in trying to become a good speaker. I can tell you simple three things. First is make a commitment to yourself that you will become a better speaker. So, when you make a commitment to yourself that I'll become a better speaker, you have already started your journey to become a better speaker, right? Many times people don't make a commitment to themselves. So you don't have to make a commitment to anyone in the world other than yourself. You are accountable to yourself, not to
yeah,
anyone else in the world. So first of all, make a commitment to yourself that you will become a best speaker. If you have made that commitment, yeah, you have taken the first step towards being a good public speaker.
yeah,
Second is try to make some conscious efforts into the direction. Try to make concrete steps. Try to take concrete steps in that direction. Try to do some hard work in the field of public speaking. That means, like, if you are given a chance to give a speech, then please prepare for the speech. Write a good script. Memorize that script. Try to practice delivery at home. So if you put in some efforts and hard work, then yes, definitely you will become a better speaker. So first is make a commitment to yourself. Second is work hard in that direction.
yeah,
And third third thing is that believe in yourself that you are a good speaker, right? So what is a good speaker? So is there any benchmark or is there any scale? Or like if a person is on a scale of 1 to 10, it is at 8, then that person is a good speaker. There is no such benchmark that exists in the world. Who makes a person good speaker? Firstly, it's you. you who will make yourself a good speaker. So tell it to yourself that yes, I'm a good speaker. I'm making conscious efforts because definition of good, better, best is different from for all the people. So you don't have to win a competition. It's you who will going to evaluate himself or herself. So keep
Yeah,
telling yourself that yes, I'm a good speaker. I have Aditya. I have often seen that we are very very self-critical. We often say no, I'm not good speaker, but then I tell those children that no, you are already a good speaker. Believe me, you are a good speaker. The very
yeah,
fact that you are coming to Gavel's Club meeting, you are giving speeches, that itself proves that you are already a good speaker. There are hundreds and thousands of children who are not even doing that in life. So when you have made a commitment to yourself, when you are doing a hard work, then definitely you are a good speaker. So always evaluate yourself better. Don't be very very self-critical. You are always a good speaker. Often I have seen that people pity themselves. They say I'm not a good speaker, and then I
yeah.
tell them, I turn their back and tell them, no, you are a good speaker. You are much much better than those people who are sitting at home and who are not coming here. So if you do these three things, make a commitment to yourself, put in some hard work, do some preparation, and keep on telling it to yourself that yes, I'm good, I'm good. Yeah, you will definitely become better in that direction. Then.
Yeah, absolutely right. People, you said, like, they condemn themselves, they criticize themselves that I'm not a good speaker. I'm just an average person. And now this brings us to the next topic, stage fear. Like, now stage fear is the next worst thing to death for many people. They cannot just talk on the stage. Now, why is this? And now, how can people overcome this fear? Because it will become necessary in the future, because communication skill, as you said, is growing important and important by the day.
So Aditya, leave aside stage fear for a moment. Tell me, how do we remove any fear?
Well, believe in yourself.
By facing it, of course.
Oh,
By facing a fear. So if you feel that you are afraid of taking a plunge in a swimming pool, how do you remove it? By literally taking a plunge in swimming pool. So
yeah,
uh, how do you remove stage fear? By literally going on the stage. So
yeah,
I want to say that if you are having a stage fear, then definitely take a plunge, climb up that stage, and try and give speeches. And the moment you start doing that, slowly, slowly, you will find that your stage fear is gone,
yes,
right? And
yes,
even
sir.
before that, let me tell you, Aditya, everyone is afraid of public speaking. Even I am also afraid of public speaking. Even today, if you ask me that if I say that I'm not fearful on stage, then I'm wrong. I'm lying. So everyone, you name best person in the world, best public speaker in the world, and everyone, they have got some or the other a varying degree of stage fear in them. Everyone has got that, right?
Yeah,
But then yes, people who are good speakers, who are good at stage, they are good at managing that stage fear. So it's the management of the fear that makes you that sets you apart from the crowd. So first of all, acknowledge that yes, stage fear is absolutely normal. Everyone in this world, even the best speakers in the world, are afraid of doing a public speaking. One. Secondly, try to take a plunge, go on the stage and do public speaking. And thirdly, always, as I
yes,
say, that make positive statements to yourself that no, you are good enough. You are really good. The people, the audience who are there to listen you, they are there to motivate you. Don't be very, very critical, self-critical about yourself. Praise yourself and then you appreciate yourself. Often we see people, they deliver the best speech on the stage and still when they come down, they say, no, I haven't done it up to my expectation. No, why will people appreciate you unless and until you don't learn to appreciate yourself?
yeah,
So no matter what type of speaker you are, always appreciate yourself. Always appreciate your own effort, right?
yeah,
So first of all, accept that everyone in this world has got stage fear. Secondly, just go on the stage and try to give speeches. Of course, by preparing for those speeches. And thirdly, appreciate yourself for the good work that you have done.
yeah. Sir, now that was like interesting. Now, I hope you had a great New Year celebration. Now, this is pretty late, 15 years, like 15 days.
No, we are
Yeah, but sorry, like, for belated Happy New Year. Now, but when a new year
Thank you.
comes,
Same to you.
yeah, when a new year comes, it comes with a new year resolution, and people try to avoid it. So maybe some people may have not made their like new year resolution till now. So now I hope like now I hope my like most of my viewers have made it. But if that is not the case, then please tell me, sir, how can one make his New Year resolution and define the goals of the years for themselves? And sorry, I forgot to say something. Well, my viewers, if like please, if you have made your own New Year resolution, then share it in the comments below. Yeah, sir.
So we are still in the first month of the new year, so we can definitely wish each other happy new year. And yes, new year resolution. So January is known for its new year resolution, and February is known for forgetting those new year resolutions. So most of the
Yes.
new year resolutions that people make are forgotten by the end of February. So don't worry. But yes, the good part is, yes, we all must make new year resolutions, and just like all of us, I also make my own new year resolutions, and many times I succeeded in them, but often I failed also. So making New Year resolutions and failing in them is absolutely normal, but that should not stop us from trying. So I would request all the audience, viewers, everyone who is listening that yes, we must make New Year resolutions. Uh, but having said that, how we should ensure that New Year resolutions become successful? So whenever we make a New Year resolution, we must ensure that all these New Year resolutions are say smart enough. So smart is not just the word smart, but it's also an acronym. So they should be specific. Firstly, they should be very specific. Secondly, they should be measurable. Uh, Third is they must be achievable. R
Yes.
is relevant, and C is time specific. So that's how the SMART acronym is. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So if you
Interesting.
want to make a new resolution that yes, I want to become a good speaker, so that's a specific one. So you don't say that I want to become a speaker, right? But be specific that yes, I want to become a good speaker in this next 1 year duration or 3 months duration or 4 months duration. So be very, very specific. Then second is measurable. So how will you measure your progress in becoming a good speaker? So that that should be measurable. So how you'll measure? Yeah, you can always take feedback from people, or you can do your self evaluation before start of the journey, and then you can do your own evaluation at the end of journey. So whenever you are trying to set goals for yourself, you should try to measure them. I'll give you a
Yes.
simple example. Like most of the people make new year resolution of losing weight. So you should be making specific new year resolution that yes, by the end of 2021, I will lose 12 kg of weight, right? So that's very specific. That's measurable. That's achievable. That's time bound also. That I want to achieve 12 kg of weight loss in a year's time. Okay, so it's specific. And how will you measure? You can always measure by standing on a weighing scale,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
achievable also. So
And
having
yeah.
made this type of New Year resolution, then you should try to break it down into smaller steps. Like how will you achieve? So first is that you can always make a commitment to yourself that I will start exercising. So I'll go for a jog. One. Secondly, I'll try to control my diet, right?
Yeah.
And thirdly, you can say that I will participate in say marathon, or I will not go and eat outside. I will not eat sweets, something like that. So you will always have to break it down into smaller steps. Once you break it
Yes.
down into smaller steps, then only you will be able to achieve it. So starting jogging. Secondly, then you start controlling your diet, and thirdly, then you are mindful about sweets and other things. So then
Yeah.
you achieve a weight reduction.
Yeah.
So that's how
With
you will have
these,
to break down
yeah.
your goal into smaller steps. Like in order, I can again give you example. Like if you want to go from Mumbai to say Gwalior to your city, then you can break it down into smaller achievable goals. Like I'll start today morning, and the evening I'll reach Indore. Then by evening, I'll take rest in Indore. The next day I'll start for Bhopal. I'll take another night halt in Bhopal, and third day I'll start from Bhopal and I'll reach Gwalior. So something like that we should do. We should try to break them down into smaller pieces so that it looks achievable. Otherwise, we won't be able to make a start. So when
Yeah.
you break down a goal into smaller steps, you are able to make a beginning somewhere.
Yes, sir. As they say, slow and steady wins the race. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but it is important to stay steady also. Most people forget that concept. They just say slow and they forget their New Year resolution. Now, so now, please advise your, like, please now tell me about your views on, like, the power of giving and never giving up in life. Because see, you have given a lot to people. You have given so much, like, about related to speaking skills and etiquette, so like to many people and children. So what are your views on the power of giving and never giving up in your life? Please advise examples from your life, and how do you contribute to the society?
Okay. So Aditya, I always believe that there are two types of people, like the givers and the takers. So giver is a person who is giving, and there are takers who take back. We can take the example of a student. So a student is always, a student is like in school. A student is a taker. The teacher is giving the knowledge. So teacher is a giver, and the student is a taker, right? So
Yeah.
you are a student, you see that, but again, you can give back to society. You can give back to your school when you grow up, or during your current duration. Also, you can give back to society by say teaching to younger students, interacting with them, and doing something for the school. So we should always be givers also. We should not be just consuming things, but we should also try to give back and return back to the society. And so that's the thing that I am very passionate about it. So I do a lot of volunteering. So that's how I joined the Gavel Club, and I saw you all children over there, and I thought that this is the right place where I can help children excel what I can do. So I am a good speaker. I was a good speaker. I was passionate about writing and doing all those things. So I thought I'll teach these children. So that's how I started teaching you all, and then I started enjoying it. And when you give back to people, you also get back a lot many things. You also start becoming better again. So
Yeah.
that helps you to excel again in your life. So when I started in teaching in Gavel Club, I even became better in my own public speaking, and that helped me even do better on stage. So when you are giving back, it's infinite thing that you have, and you always get benefited out of it. So you should never think that it's you will end up in losing something. There is no fear of losing something. In fact, you gain a lot of goodwill, you gain a lot of knowledge, you gain a lot of experience, and that will always help you to take yourself to the next level. That's how
Yes,
people will
sir.
remember you in future. So you are not doing just things for yourself, but you are standing for a society, for people, for a community, and that helps you a lot in your life.
Yes, sir.
So don't just be takers, but just be try to be givers also. Try to help people.
Okay, sir. So, sir, you have taught a lot of children. We all know that, and by now, many people also believe that. My viewers also. So, with all of your experience from your life and like every ounce of experience you have, what is the advice you would give to all of the children who are viewing this like episode now? Like, how can they excel in 2021, or if they are watching this video the next year, how can they excel in this year?
Okay. So Aditya, I have often seen that people don't aim high in life. So first thing is that
Yeah.
aim high in life for yourself. Right? You can't win a lottery till the time you don't buy a lottery ticket. So aim high in life. So I don't tell you to buy a lottery, but I'm just giving you an analogy that you can't make it big in life till the time you don't aim for it. So take a moonshot, aim for something big in life, and work for it, and definitely that thing will come to you. Many times we think that no, this is too big for me. I can't do that. How can I do this? But if we believe in ourselves and we start taking small baby steps, then yes, over a period of time, we make a lot of progress in life, and we become better. We can achieve anything that's possible in this world by making a decision to do that and then working in that direction. And yes,
Yeah.
you have to be stubborn. You have to be stubborn for things in life, then only you will be able to achieve. So
Yeah.
you would have heard of the mountain man. So today, when you see the road that mountain man has created out of that mountain, looks something next to impossible. But one day he decided that he will create a road out of that mountain. And he started doing that. Initially, people thought that he is a mad person, he's a fool person, they made fun of him, but he never stopped. He continuously kept on doing. Slowly, when you do continuously do things for years altogether, you make incremental progress in that.
Yeah.
So you will have to firstly aim for something, believe in yourself, started working in that direction, and be stubborn for success. And if you think on these three, four lines, that yes, I believe you can do anything in the world. I've
Yes.
often seen people aiming high in life, but then they give up midway. Don't give up midway. There is a concept called 10,000 hours concept by Malcolm Gladwell. So Malcolm, he says this concept in Outliers. So he says that if we work for anything, like if there is sports person, if the sports person works on say field for 10,000 hours, that person will become number one in the world. So similarly, this applies for musician, artist, everyone, even applies for students. So aim for anything in life, spend considerable time on that, and then yes, you will be able to achieve it. Many times we leave things midway when we are about to hit a diamond mine. So don't
Yes,
do
sir.
that. So it is very important in order to achieve anything in your life. If you are not consistent, you won't be able to achieve.
Yes, sir. Excellent, sir. Now, sir, now you gave us so many advices. Like you told us about many things. Now, you are my guru, but who is your guru? This is my question now. Who are the gurus and the inspirational people who inspire you in life to do this giving? Because it is not easy to give all the time. You are also a COVID warrior, right? So,
Correct.
yeah,
Currently,
yeah,
I'm working in hospital.
so it's not easy to give. Who are your inspiration? Who is your inspiration?
So Aditya, see, uh, I get inspired from small things in this world. Let me tell you, like I get inspired from you also. So in a
Oh,
way, at times you are also my inspiration. So when
yes,
I
sir.
see a young child like you doing such a commendable job, that motivates me to do even better in my life, and that reinforces that yes, whatever I have done in Gavel Club is good. That is helping children. That is motivating children, and there will be more Aditya Vardhan Singh Baghel who will be coming out of Gavel Club. So
Yes,
you
sir.
are also an inspiration to me. So the inspiration is everywhere around us. It's an eye that needs to catch hold of an inspiration and then get motivated out of it. But having said that, yes, there are certain personalities who have influenced me a lot. One of them is Swami Vivekanand, who has influenced me a lot. He was a great speaker and he was a great personality, and his quotes are really still a motivation today. Also, arise, awake, and stop not till your goal is achieved. Right? He said,
Yes.
arise, awake, stop not till your goal is achieved. Right?
Yes, sir.
He said, you take risk. He said, take risk in your life. If you win, you can lead or you can guide people. So that's such a powerful statement that yes, take risks in your life, try to do things in your life, and if you succeed, you'll be a leader. If you fail, still you can teach people how not to fail in future. So in both the ways, you are successful. I can remember his one more speech. He said, everything is easy when you are busy, but nothing is easy when you are lazy.
Yeah.
He,
Yes,
he,
sir.
he said good things, and he's a great motivator to all the generations. and I adore him a lot. And
Yes,
yes,
sir.
other person whom I admire a lot in my life is my father. So my father is my role model. He is also a very good speaker, and he started public speaking very late in his life. When he was in 40s, he started public speaking, and the type of hard work that I used to see him doing motivated me also to become a good speaker. So my father is currently 70 years old. He is a retired government employee. He has settled in village, and today also he is donating half of his pension amount towards various initiatives, social initiatives in the village. So he's working a lot in youth empowerment, afforestation, and girl education. These are the three fields
Yes,
in which
sir.
he is working. And he is giving half of his pension every month in that direction. He is very very busy. Even today, at that age of 70 years, he is more busy than me throughout his day, and he keeps motivating me. So he has not say hung his boot, and he has just changed his field from say from the government job to a different job. So he is giving back to society now, and that
Yeah.
motivates me to do
Mm.
and follow his footsteps. So
Great, sir.
motivation, you are a motivation. My father is a motivation. And these
Now,
COVID times
sir.
are also,
Okay, yeah, sir. Yeah, sir. What were you saying?
yeah, I said even these changed COVID times are also very motivating. So many times we crib about COVID situations, but during these COVID times, yes, new technologies have come up, and today we have embraced one of the technologies, and we are doing this Zoom meeting. So
Yes, sir.
you need to get motivated from whatever there is all around you. It's a way of looking at things.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That was surely interesting. Now, sir, see, books are an integral thing in a part of like in a part of a person's life. If a person does not read books, I think he is incomplete in some way. And books are like great gold mines of knowledge, because like a person like puts all of his like experiences into a book. Now, sir, what are the books you advise like for all the children that they should read this year to like become so that they can excel in their lives?
Okay. So, Aditya, when it comes to book reading, yeah, I'm very passionate about book reading, and I advise everyone that yes, everyone should be a good book reader at least. They should acquire the skills, and we should try and read at least one or two books in a month. But having said that, yes, how to do it is a big challenge. So I always tell people that see, time is quite finite in this world. It's not infinite, right? Time is very limited with us, so we can read limited books only in our lifetime. There are lakhs of books available in market. So which books to read? So first of all, I always tell people that yes, be choosy about the books that you read. So how can
Yeah,
you be choosy? Choosy by say choosing and picking up good books, right? But then again, when you filter that, then again, yes, there are again thousands of books that are good, but you can't end up reading all those books in your lifetime. So I always tell people that yes, try to identify your needs and then decide which book to read. For example, if you want to become a good public speaker, then yes, there are good books, excellent bestsellers available. You pick up them and then you read them, right? So if you want to become a good public speaker, you just Google best public speaking books and pick up just top one or two books and read them. If
but sir,
you want to,
but sir,
so if you want to read,
any of your preferences? Because yeah,
so
because
okay,
every book is not, because on internet anybody can write these days. It is not so reliable, and so
okay.
what are your
So
like favorite books? Yeah.
some of the best books that I think that children can always read are uh, first is say Animal Farm by George Orwell. So it's in this the leading characters are the animals, and George Orwell is trying to give a message on equality, power control, corruption, and other things. So that's one good book. Another good book is say Mahatma Gandhi's autobiography, My Experience with Truth. That's also a very good book. Uh, Other books can be, say, Last Lecture uh, by Randy Posh. So it's again a very motivating book. Uh, Man's Search for Meaning by Victor
Yeah,
Frank.
man, search for
That
meaning. Yes,
book is
sir.
also very good for meaning. So this person was a Holocaust survivor. He was in a Nazi concentration camp and he survived over there. And then he gave a concept called logotherapy. Uh, that's a very good book. That's very motivating book. So like in recent times, I say that there is a book called I Am Malala. That's again a very motivating book. So these are some of the books that you can always find, and they are always worth reading. And you can pick up any one of them and read.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Man Search for Meaning. I have read that book. It is a very interesting book from Nazi camp. Well, sir, now the next question is, now, who are the two people whom you would like to see and learn from on this show, and why? Because see, many of the students, like the children at Gravel Club, they might want to see your interview, right? So, whom's interview do you want to see on this show, and why?
Okay, so let me think about it. Uh, yes, so you can do one show on your principal, school principal. I don't know which school do you belong to and who is your school principal. You can do one
Sir,
of the shows
APJ
on your
School.
school principal.
APJ
You can
School.
do a show on your school principal. I would love
Yeah.
to hear her views and especially see you interviewing her. That
Yeah.
would be very interesting.
Okay, sir.
And
And any
and
other one?
second can be during COVID times. I think you should do a session with the doctor, and you can we can get to hear their views, interact with them. So a
Sir,
teacher and a doctor.
anyone you know, because I want to see a specific recommendation.
Okay. So any specific recommendation? Then I would say why not come back to Gavel Club and do a session with Ajay Jain, our dear friend.
Yes, sir. I was thinking, where is Ajay Jain sir's uh,
Do a
recommendation?
session
So,
with Ajay
yeah, I
Jain.
will of course do with, because he's also one of my gurus. You are one guru, he is one guru, and there are many gurus at Gavel Club, of course.
And you are also our guru. You are also our guru.
But sir,
You are also our guru.
well, sir. So I hope you enjoyed this show. And lastly, I hope you enjoyed this show, and I hope my viewers you enjoyed this show, because I was surely inspired by sir's view, and it was very interesting, sir, to listen to your perspective. The show, it was a pleasure to talk to you, and you gave us a lot of information today, and I learned a lot from you and my viewers. I hope you also had the same experience. Well, sir, I hope we have more discussions like these, and maybe me, you, and Ajay Jain sir can have a threesome discussion, as you said, sir. But yeah, so that would be something very good. So I look forward to that someday. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Aditya. Pleasure was totally mine, and I thoroughly enjoyed the show. I wish you all the best for your future shows. Thank you.